better at singing than talking, I think. You've got one?
Yeah, a lot of people are asking about the DVD. To show you did it.
I'm very proud of it. It's another Universal shit thing, you know. It's like you sing in Iraq.
Are we going to see it?
I think we're going to do bootlegs on tour, actually. Yeah. I think I'm very happy with it. To tell the truth, I have to apologise. I was really, really drunk during that show, and I just like, and I hate it because I just like look back and I was really tired. It's like, a year and a half is the end of the tour. And I was kind of half in Christmas mode and half like, and I just thought it was like my Christmas party, but it's actually I've got to do a show as well. So I think it's okay. It works, and unfortunately, like the second night, Pro Tools rig wasn't plugged in, so that's so we got the whole first night, and it's quite a long show, and it worked and then there was a documentary done, and this guy Brantley, who's the photographer I worked with a lot that year, so it's definitely a document of its time, but it's one of those things you look at and you think I could do so much better. I just don't know what I was thinking at the time. I just forgot about the cameras and I just got lost and got to see my mum and dad for the first time in like a year, like properly, and so I'm proud of that show, but it's one of those things that it's just I want to get it out there, and the whole point. It was meant to be shown on Channel 4, like prime time, and then they cut the whole series. Really, I don't know whether they're just too scared to show my mum because it's scary. It's like half anorexic, drunk person on stage. Thank you very much. Yeah, and we spent a lot of time mixing it as well, which is a lot of work went into it. The editing, we're trying to get to the deadline for Channel. It was Virgin TV, wasn't it? But it has been shown somewhere in the world, actually. Like the only people, like when the Virgin production company closed down, the only people that would pick it up was Chilean primetime TV. That DVD is big in Chile. I don't know quite what impact I've made over there, but it's a shame. Like we really, I was ready to take a really long break as well, and we spent about 3-4 weeks finishing it properly, and so even the live album was mastered properly, and it's one of those things, there's so much stuff I've made, but like now we have the ability to do it more, be more spontaneous, and if there's a demand for something, we can actually work with, we can actually just say, let's get it out there, and just like print up our own copies, and so hopefully it should come out very soon. The only thing is the magic position, Universal own it, but we'll find a way. So that's some like fake
pirate one.
What's that?
Do it pirate DVDs.
Yeah, I'll just do pirate DVDs.
Candle Market.
Yeah, Candle Market. Yeah, I'd like to do a weekly store. My old songs. Anybody? Questions?
The forum wants to know if you got your birthday book or not. You didn't? Oh no.
Where did you send it to?
Somebody sent it to your record label, I think.
The one that just...
Yeah. But this was like at your birthday time, so... Okay, damn.
That's a shame. Like, I'm going to put up addresses on the MySpace and stuff where people can do that. I've only just got the rights back to the website, and so it's really tricky couple of years, really. I'm not sure we can travel on the past too much.
What are the songs or movies or books or anything that you find the most influential or that changed your life? Something. I don't know.
Any books or in films?
Movies, songs, books, anything.
I always think I've been inspired more by films than by music, definitely. Although I listen to a lot of music, I listen too judgmentally when I'm more open to being influenced by film. But no, I remember seeing all the Derek Jarman films, like all the early Derek Jarman, and then Sally Potter, and experimental film, and Brothers Key, like this amazing, Czech animation dance that Sven made. I didn't know a lot of film. My dad was a creative director, he was a musician, but he brought us up with a lot of early animation, and my mum was an artist, so I didn't really have anyone giving me too much music. My sister gave me lots of like Two Unlimited, Faith No More and stuff like that, and I went out on a big electronic mission when I was younger. But film, I mentioned a lot Orlando because of the Tilda Swinton collaboration, but that was the song that really, a movie gave me a lot of hope, really, as a teenager. There's so much, I think, if you stop being inspired by things, you kind of shouldn't really be creating, this is part of the ingredients that make you want to create. Yeah. So I can't be more specific. So I keep on getting asked when you do press, everyone asks you like your top 10 favourite songs or your top 10 favourite movies, and there are so many that I just end up listing like the Olsen twins movies. About any of my favourite films, you know. So I did this thing for Time Out recently, and all it mentioned was like watching Bridget Jones crying about like the Spice Girls film. I don't want to give too much away, you know. Okay.
Have you enjoyed the snow?
I joined the snow, yes. That's right. I did I went out dancing for the first time in a long time. Sunday night, and the club was snowed in, so everyone had to keep on dancing. There were no taxis or buses. Lost a lot of weight as well.
You're gonna send a picture of the snowman you made on MySpace.
No, there weren't any. It was too drunk to like. Yeah, it did look very like a sex toy. Desperately trying to put a head on it, but it just ended up looking like some anal probe. I think I should think of the song. Let's think of something from this album. What have we got? It's quite tricky actually doing this album acoustically, because it's either really, really heavily electronic and just electronics and vocals, the stuff I do with Alec, or like really like full on like heavy metal, or it's really orchestral and choir. So yeah, you're hearing very stripped down, or like this big folk band.
Was that cool working with Alec Empire? Because that a long time ago, Atari Teen Edge Right was a massive, like something that I loved so much.
They were a big influence on my teenage years. So definitely, and sonically, and they had the DHR label, so I just went and explored everything on that label. It really got me into noise and like German industrial music, and that was my big. I thought they were the most progressive. You know, there was all this kind of electroclash stuff going on, and this, you know, a lot of like glitch folk kind of music, but nothing had this passion that Atari Teen Edge Right did. I don't think, you know. So meeting Alec, he actually came to one of my shows in Berlin, and I didn't recognise him at all. He's like, "Oh, I really like your music. That's great. This is cool. This is Golden Vina." And like we just went and looked for, you know, went around walking around Berlin and talking about like